Hi Cecily. Okay, so we're going to talk about my elbow. I dislocated my elbow in October 2013 walking down the street, just fell. Basically when I fell, I stuck my arm out to brace my fall, and my two bones here separated from the bone here at the elbow joint, and essentially one went this way, the other went this way, and it got all janky and dislocated. So I went to the ER. It took 8 hours for the team to put my elbow back in place. In that time, I had to have x-rays taken, which was very painful. The only thing that felt good was to keep my arm really close into my body, so to extend it out onto a table to have x-rays done was excruciating. They put me under twice. The ER team strategy was to pull my arm as hard as they could while I was under to try and get it to go back in place, which obviously didn't work. When they did that, they pulled all of the ligaments even further, stretching them and causing tons of damage to the area, which I still deal with today, and nerve damage. An orthopedic surgeon came down right at the very end, and she very easily manipulated my elbow, knew exactly how to get it back in place. So that's the extent of what happened. I was put into a plaster cast that started up here and ended here. They kept me in that cast for 6 weeks so that they can't keep it in any longer, because if they do, your joint can start to fuse together, which is no bueno, not good. So I was out of a cast and then into a sling. When I came out of the cast, my range of motion was about that. So I couldn't do much more than that. Started physiotherapy, which consisted of holding a 1 pound weight in this hand and coming into this range, and then pushing this way, slowly but surely working with the physiotherapist to regain full range of motion in the elbow joint. I'll give you a look at what my elbow looks like now in comparison to the other side. So as you can see, the elbow comes out on an angle, a little bit more significantly on that side than on this side. It's not a huge issue, I don't deal with it. It's not really structurally an issue for me at this point. But yeah, so the most important thing that I had to do was my physiotherapy homework. It took me about a year to get from my initial small range of motion to full range of motion. After that, working on things like bicep curls, tricep extensions, forearm work, because essentially you want to protect the joint. So we want to make sure that the muscles here and the muscles here are strong to keep this stable. We always want to work in full range of motion. If we only train like this in a push-up, for example, we're never going to get stronger, right? We need to work in full range of motion all the time. Some exercises that I like to do are standing on a TheraBand, coming out to the side, coming forward, bicep curls. You can hang this TheraBand over top. You can do tricep extensions, ring rows, what else? Push-ups, wrist prep, forearm work. I actually turned to handstand training and did a lot of foundational gymnastics strength training work, which helped me come back into full strength. Now I'm back to Olympic weightlifting. I do handstands, I practice handstands, and you know, all of these things were things that doctors told me to be careful of, and maybe be, you know, they weren't really advising it, and I was even told maybe, you know, maybe push-ups just aren't for you. I partnered with some really great strength coaches, and I had a wonderful physiotherapist who guided me along the way. Baby steps the whole time. And now, you know, almost we're coming into 5 years later, I am stronger than ever. I can snatch 110 pounds overhead, full lockout. It's just been great. So hopefully this is helpful. And I'm going to do a little bit of demoing of the exercises, and hopefully that helps. hyperextend, I encourage you to put load in that full extension so that you are preparing your joint slowly but surely with increased loads over time to prepare your body for when you do happen to catch a fall maybe in an awkward position. Just sort of being creative with your training and thinking about how can we protect this area so that if we do hyperextend, we are strong in that joint.